understand, you know, the caliber of, you know, people and the kind of intelligence that you're going to, of course, use to counter them. They are very intelligent people. Of course, they would interview you in a manner that you would think that you were being set up, even though you are the one that asked to go for the interview. So, and I expected that they would have at least gone with a son. So were you people aware of this interview? Because I don't understand why you should allow Baba go for this kind of interview without being ready for it.
Thank you so much, Eyekudi. I think it's going to be very simple for me to explain before I jump into the body of the main issue, the interview.
Okay.
I wasn't aware of it. I'm saying it now. I wasn't aware. And I think Bossman sent it to me today. So when I listened to your the voice note that you sent to me, I went back and I watched the video. It was just a bit funny, I will say. And it was a very good thing that they went there, but they could have been more prepared. Which is also bringing us back to having a like I said, I don't like using the word structure because you could have had people who would have been put in that aspect, or people who would have been delegated to handle the legal aspect. You know, somebody asked you if you're a member of the legal team, and you said no. I am equally not a member of the legal team. I would have said a different thing if that had happened and this structure was broken down into parts where people are, like I said, have been delegated to look at that part. See, Yeyekudi, you know this very well. When you go to court, they will ask you and scrutinize you and ask you some questions that you will feel very uncomfortable. That's right. But be ready to answer those questions. There is no ignorance in law, number one. Yeah. Two, you must be, even if you're not articulate, you're not learned, you say it in the way that you understand it, right? And, you know, there were certain things that happened prior to this time where I had to ask certain questions. Bossman happened to be there. Mr. Muyiwa was there and one other person. And I was asking very tough questions. I was actually playing the devil's advocate. Like you think that I'm Team Wunmi. That's the truth. Yeah. I asked very tough questions. You cannot ask, the magnitude of what had happened to Mohbad or what we are facing is not a joke. Should not be considered as a joke. Hence, we cannot be throwing ourselves out there like that. Baba is not the kind of person that can go for an interview, this type of interview, and speak very well. We know that. We're not saying he's not that learned, you know. Mm. And I think from the other angle, the questions were being thrown at him too much. It was a lot. It was a lot. I would say, you know, can you ask me those questions one after the other? Which was the reason why, you know, he was just here and there, wanted to go through the narrative of explaining everything over and over. Now, were they friendly? Not so. But were we prepared? No. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if there was a prep before that time, Baba could have seen, this is it, you have no time, you're not going to stay there for too long, just go straight to the point. First, I want to know what happened to my son. There are two things Baba is asking for. He should speak to those things. What happened to my son? I saw blood in his room. I wasn't happy. And if they ask you, why did you bury your son in a hurry? Because that was what brought Baba to this limelight in the first place. Explain to them the reason why in a short way, okay? You have your lawyers that are dealing with it. These things are in court. It is not new. But if you're going to give me the opportunity to explain to you here, then you have to give me time. You know what I mean? Yeah. So with that being said, I think the best person to have gone there with Baba would have been the son himself or one of the representatives, or the lawyers. One of the lawyers would have been representing San if he wasn't coming. You know what I mean? So they would have been able to answer some of these questions, especially when it came to the question of the DNA and what was happening with the DNA, you know, with the court order and things like that. Legally, they would have been able to speak legally on his behalf. So Baba is the main person here. He would have said it the way he knows how to say it. The legal person that was there would have actually helped him to really curb this thing and make it so understandable and very easy. Stick to what you've been asked and then play with it. However, would I fault Baba for anything? No. But I think they were not prepared for some things, hence they did not talk about certain things. For example, when the guy said, do you suspect foul play? Baba would have said, yes, the blood. The blood is, he saw it. Unless he did not see it. He saw the blood. The sister-in-law corroborated the same thing. He saw the blood, right? And another thing was when they went to report the issue at the police station to deposit the remains of his son, they were not given a police report. Okay? He wasn't told when his son passed. So these were the problems he had. And that's the truth. If you talk to him now, he's going to tell you. Yeah. They didn't tell him to come. Well, it's just that he's going to be giving you stories, you know, the way he understands it. Yeah. But these are the three things. He was not told when the guy was sick or what had happened to him. He wasn't told. He was actually told to go to a hospital. And so later they called back and said, okay, he's okay. He came by himself. Nobody informed him. Another thing is Darosha. Darosha carried out an embalmment on the son, a local embalmment, right, before he got there. How can you go from seeing your son previously on Friday or so, 3 days prior to the time, and then all of a sudden he passed and nobody told you, only for you to walk into his home and see the boy lying on the floor? Do you get where I'm coming from? These are the points that Baba could have said, right? But you won't blame him. He wants to tell you the whole story because he was the one that was there. And you would have had somebody else that would have actually, after Baba finished narrating those things, would just give them a summary of what Baba said. You know what I mean? Yeah. And added to that so that Baba would also pick from that. Now, another thing they said was, did he take any step to sue anyone? Baba did. Yeah. Baba actually wrote a petition against Darosha for carrying out a local embalmment, right? He embalmed his son without his consent or knowledge.
He probably just forgot. The lawyer would have remembered all these points, you understand? The Baba wouldn't have been able to comprehend all those things or remember. Yeah. Probably because the seat was quite hot. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. But my question still remains, why would Baba go for such things in public and he wouldn't sit with you people that sit with him in the inner, if not you, I mean, why didn't he talk to Brekete among the people that are doing the legal team? At least, you know, you people are meant to, because every one of you, when I asked, were you informed about this before? You all said no. Everybody said you were not informed. So it calls for concern. I'm not very happy. How would he go for such an important TV program or interview and he wouldn't inform you people? I mean, I think it's only good for you people to know and be able to know. I would have advised him. You would have advised him, who is he going alone? Then you would then tell him, this kind of interview, you're supposed to go with the son, no? Or you go with Odumosu's legal representative, maybe the daughter that is a lawyer too, somebody that is in that field.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? You'd have advised.
Would have been there too.
I have some things. I think people listen to my voice now, but you know, I don't want to say those things as I said it. But anyway, continue, please.
Yeah, we were not aware of that. You know, that he went for that interview, right? I would have insisted, and I know Bossman, same thing, Brekete, Gaza, you know, would have insisted that, you know, you go there with somebody who can actually articulate those words and say them the way they're supposed to be said. You know, so answering these kind of questions, you're dealing with the media, and this is on a higher level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On a higher level. You know, so you would have had somebody there that, you see, Gurexi has done his part. He tried his best. But this is not for Gurexi. You know, I don't think it's for Gurexi. I think it's for the lawyer or someone that is very, very, that knows about this and will be able
a sound PR also could have done it good. When I say sound PR, a sound PR that can, you know, there's difference between understanding the fact of a case and there's difference between being able to represent one and, you know, being able to be vocal, be coherent, and be eloquent. Do you understand? It is very important. You people may think it's not, but it is, because you have to be able to present your case and be persuasive about it. And when they ask questions, you don't beat about the bush. You hit the nail on the head.
That's correct. You know, because the guy asked 2 questions. I think the first one was, do you suspect any foul play or something like that to Gurexi, which along the line, words took them off. You know, they started talking about something else, and that question was not answered. I can't remember. When I remember, I'll talk about it. Now, also, if you ask me, some of the questions were ridiculous and sarcastic.
Yeah,
okay,
definitely.
Coming from the interviewer. I interview people, and I enjoy the fact that I may not be on your page, on the same page as you, but you don't make it personal, because that was what I saw from the other guy. Now, even if you're trying to play the devil's advocate, words like, you know,
wear your son's clothes.
Son, you know, the spirit of your son is still, you know, you are, you know, like, I don't know how he put it that, like, the spirit of your son has not been
laid to rest.
You know what I mean? Like, doesn't that bother you? This man is looking for answers as to what happened to his son. The other
wear your son's clothes.
Told us the story from the grave came inconclusive. You know what I mean? Could not be ascertained. The cause of death, the time of death. These were the things that they could have thrown in there. Nobody talked about the time. Are you telling me they didn't know?
Of course.
They could have told us the time of death. That wasn't there. That wasn't there.
Yeah, no, another thing I want to ask you people, you go back to it, is, do you know it's not everywhere you go and seek to go and do interview? If you know they are going to mess the case more, they will mess it up. During the time of the election and many other things, many of the people, they will, of course, they wanted to have Tinubu on Arise. He refused because he knows that they were going to mess him up. So sometimes I'm wondering, in the legal team and also the structure that has been dissolved, though, but, you know, I will still say that, don't you people talk to Mr. Miwa regarding it? Like, you know, some things he should have to, he must carry you people along. It's not for you, everybody to now see things and we will now be in pains. I don't know. I'm not bothered about Team Wunmi, but I can tell you, even though there's nothing Baba does that they don't laugh at, but we also have to think of the fact that going out to do interviews and stuff like that must have an impact and effect also. Yeah. You shouldn't go out and do things that will make you look like someone that is not okay. You should do it that you know the purpose of it and the reason for it is we are still on that justice for Mohbad.
Exactly.
Do you make sense?
We have talked about this in the past. This is not the first time Baba has gone to a place or a platform to be interviewed. We've talked about this severally. You know, Baba should be careful where he goes to, what he says, who should represent him, and things like that, right? But, you know...
Okay, so you people say that as well.
Exactly. We've said it. We've said it a lot of times. You know, we've talked about it. But it's still happening. Now, to bring us back to this particular question you're asking, I wasn't aware. I'm sure Bossman, I don't know if he's aware.
Mr. Ake, I will. After Lady Ryan, I will unmute you. I don't know. I'm not the one that muted you, though, but I will unmute you if you are not able to unmute yourself. Mr. Ake, sorry, so that Lady Ryan is talking. When she's done, then I will unmute you, please.
Round up quickly.
Please.
So what I'm saying is that, you know, there are some things, like you said, you know, that could have been, that they could have told him, even if the legal team was going with him. You know, you get to a point where somebody is interviewing you and you don't want to answer those questions. It's not a do or die. Nothing is going to happen to you. You'll be like, I don't think I'm obligated to answer this question. Or even if I answer this question, I don't think it will make any difference. And I'm telling you straight.
I'm glad you already said it's rumor, so I don't think you should.
So he could have been, the guy could have been speaking from a third person.
Polite insult, you give them back.
Point of view, you know what I mean? Like, okay, we heard that you wear your child's clothing. You know what I mean? But he was like, okay, so you wear your child's clothes and all of that. You're singing and all
exactly,
of that.
Sister Matt. A good PR will request questions they want to ask. Exactly. Exactly. And if they're not ready to tell you the question, you don't go.
I learned that the PR was behind the scene. And I'm actually pissed for it. Knowing that the PR, the so-called PR they got, was actually in that studio.
Who is the PR, please? Can you let us, or is it secret?
For the first time I got to speak with him today, the man was actually pissing me off.
So, okay, what's the name of the PR? Okay, is it secret? Okay.
He talked so bad that I forgot his name instantly.
Bossman, can we...
Let me unmute Mr. King because I don't know how he got muted without me muting him here. Mr. King, I don't know. I'm not the one that muted you. Maybe you should go down.
Now he's muted.
Okay.
You know, I'm now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a while,
Mr. King, thank you for the goodies you sent to me.
Oh, thank God, thank God.
I received it. Thank you.
It's for the same. So I wanted to contribute my part on this interview. Lady Ryan, you set it up. Thank you so much. You really analyzed a lot of things there. But what I have in my mind is totally different from what Yeye was even talking about before.
Okay.
What I will have to say about Arise TV, it's not the kind of TV station that a body or somebody who is quite simple are not exposed like Baba Mohbad, can be able to fit in. That kind of TV station is for people who are very aggressive.
True.
People who really know how to hit the point.
That's right.
So that's why I say it's a bit political.
Yeah.
That TV station, they're against the current government. Yes, 100% true. So anything that go against them, they will always want to entertain that. So what I'm trying to say on this, when you look at those questions thrown to Baba Mohbad, those are silly. Some of the questions are silly questions and is too aggressive. You can't ask somebody who doesn't have any preparation or somebody who doesn't even expose. It's not, that man is not very exposed. And I'm sure that man is an ordinary carpenter who doesn't even know how to do a lot of things. The churches his church, the church they do go to where he said he's the pastor, those are local church. That doesn't even expose him to anything. So Baba Mohbad needs someone who can easily help him to put things together. And again, what I want to emphasize and to bring out right now, I think this interview, it should be a kind of lesson to the people surrounding him. They need to call him back to in order. They need to talk to him, and they need to start encouraging him to give him more strength, like to educate him on how to take up some interview and in different locations, because Arise TV is a TV station which is a bit tricky. It's not a TV station that I would advise him to go next time, because
and if he has to go, sorry, sir, sorry, just let me interject you. If he has to go, he would have gone with his son. Like Wahab, I bet that man would have done justice to those questions. Just to put in that, if he must go, he should have gone with a sound lawyer or a PR that is sound. That is just...
Yeah.
Sir.
That TV station will not allow him to do that.
They will.
Instruction. Don't look at them as giving. Don't look at.
Do you know why I know they will? Do you know why I know they will?
Yes.
Sir, I know why. You see, if you want to talk about politics, the fact that Governor Sanwo-Olu is APC, those people are there, everything against APC. Take it or you leave it. I don't need to say more. But I don't need to say more. I don't need to say more. But they would have, assuming they handled it, Baba understood where he was going to and he went with a son. And they addressed it, looked at all the loopholes and brought it out how being in that party, APC, what they are doing to a citizen or to Mohbad and is in the morgue and what they did, all those things, if they were able to bring out the point, like they told us they've gone to do DNA as at an autopsy and toxicology since September. Meanwhile, they did not do anything. In fact, it was only received March. if they drove in the point, you will see Usenia, what's his name? You will start to hammer on it. They were only asking questions that they read from the paper. I'm telling you, they heard rumors, all the rubbish things. They were not, if they had heard real points where they were nailing the governor of how he participated in this matter and did not deliver, they will say something. They will say something.
Let me just come in again. You know why I'm trying to say all this thing about that TV station is a little bit tricky. You know, I was saying that guy, if he really want to take up this case of Mohbad, if they are really, really interested, not just cashing cruise or just trying to get fame, you know, sometimes with the question they are throwing to Baba Mohbad, they could have helped him in answering that question and eating out serious point in order to support him and throw it to the ear so that people can hear and understand what Baba could not explain, because then themselves they know what is going on. So all those questions they are throwing to him, they are intimidating him. So that's what I want you to know.
Did you see those questions? Those questions were just to degrade him. They were stupid questions. For me, they were nasty, silly, stupid questions. But there were some parts that if the man beside him had answered for him, gone straight to the point, helped him, used English, you know, spoke legally, maybe the one that if he was a lawyer, they would have driven home. You see, sometimes they can floor you in an interview, but you've driven home the point. The problem is there was no answer. Everything they did there, it was all over the place. They did not answer the question. If the lawyer was there, the son was there, they would have done it. I'm telling you, sir. And he will answer questioning. Yeah. There were some questions that would have helped us, that would have, you know, people will know that Baba went to say what the governor will hear it. But that man sits, those kind of, you know, they listen to that place. They always know that their opponents go there. The governor will hear it. The governor will hear what they are saying there.
Governor hear everything every day, but it's not in their interest, like what we are saying. So to me, I think the best thing to do, Team Baba need to now sit down and try.
How can they be going for such a thing, sir? Sir, this is not for, sorry to say, you see, this is not for anyone to just go on the TV. Maybe Guresi now just think that he needs to appear on TV. He can go there and sit. He can go there and sit. But they should go with the son. They see. You see, this is the problem I'm having with all this thing they call inner caucus structure, this thing. It's not about who receives the what do you people call it, the glory. Sometimes it's even the people behind camera that are doing the job. See, going there to talk and you are not delivering is not of good purpose. They should have gotten the son to go there. The son would have done the job. You people should be sincere. It's just, you see, all these things needs to stop. Baba can, if it's not possible for Baba going to go, or Baba will go and be quiet, or ask, can I speak in Yoruba? If they are not going to allow him speak the Yoruba, that he will be very fluent and he will say it the way it is. Okay, spare me. I have my lawyer here. You understand? I will speak the Tata, the one that can speak that to make sense. My lawyer will answer the rest. Which, of course, it's not about you going to the TV and, you know, and just go and present and be there. Many people don't want to be doing trophy, glory, accolades. And the job go is that now, this thing, why it's hurting me is that I do not like this interview. It's more like very embarrassing. FN Sonny, it's embarrassing.
100%, I agree with you, Yeye. And there's one thing you said, and there's another thing again I just pick up from your point. I think what I said, Team Baba need to resit and regroup and reorganize. You try to listen to my point.
Yes, sir.
Baba I think he has two things that I try to notice from him. He's a kind of person who is trying to get attention, is an attention seeker. And he wants to be in public, but he doesn't have that courage to handle the situation. He has some fear in him. Even this current petition or the call out that was given to him by the same called Oba or no Oba, it has already created some fear in him, which I could tell and hear from his voice. That man is living, but he has no strength. He's just trying to put himself in public. He wants to get a thing too. So that's why I said Team Baba need to resit, reorganize themselves, and bring that man in their middle, sit him down and talk to him. He needs to change his manners. He needs to change his way. And he has to change a new way in order for him to meet up with strong people that will advise him and that will give him the way, the right thing to do. Not just listening to himself, but he has to listen to other people who are trying to help him. So I think Baba is not really taking note of some things. He's just trying to be there. He wants to show up. He wants people to know that he's fighting for justice for his son. But, you know, when you're fighting for justice and people are there who are supporting you all over the world, you are supposed to pick different points from them and you present those things when you are being called out for an interview. That will help you.
I'm even so surprised that legal team, everybody that is here, they were not informed that they were going for interview. I was so cross with them.
I do understand, yes.
But
That's why
right. Why tell she Nikki lawyer tell the Baba? You know? Why tell she Nikki lawyer tell the Baba? The lawyer would have followed Baba. That would have been great. That lawyer would be eloquent, comprehensively addressing it and nailing the point, giving back polite insults with the insult.